Yeah, you should. You should think that.
That's some highbrow symbolism there. That was a good one, right?
It was. See, and Tom tells him that the basilisk Tom tells Harry that the basilisk won't come until it's called. And Harry's still like, I don't know what you mean, man, but we gotta leave because it's gonna come.
Yeah, because there's a basilisk. He said it like people say marijuana at a party.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, guys, I smelled marijuana smoke.
Yeah.
And like all of the stoners in that group over there are like, huh, okay.
But this is the same thing as, I think we talked about this at one point with Hagrid spilling about one of his animals. Like, you don't go out and say something along the lines of, the snake thing won't come unless it's called, unless you fucking know that, because it's yours. Harry's stupid.
Yes, he's totally he's dumb. I'm sorry. This was really, I didn't get any of this. Why would you do this? If you had to put your wand away, dude, you have a pocket in your robe for it. That's where it goes. Everybody has one. It's right there. It's just like your goddamn phone. You just put it in your pocket. You don't throw it on the ground.
Things are making sense to me a little bit now, though, because, okay.
Because he's 12 and an idiot?
No. You know who he's missing right now?
Ron's not with him.
And neither is Hermione.
Right.
So Harry's a fucking idiot. He can't do anything on his own. In the last book, Harry only got to the end because of Ron and Hermione.
That's true.
And in the end, all he fucking did was walk in front of a mirror and get a fucking stone in his pocket. The same thing is happening here. He just showed up here, and now he's like, shit, I don't know what to do.
Without Ron and Hermione, he's helpless. I'm the chosen one, but I need help.
Riddle starts explaining to Harry how Ginny got like that. Blah, blah, blah. She trusted the book. Meh, meh, meh. They exchanged souls. All that.
Yeah, she had the book.
Yeah. Was that... I forgot. You haven't read these books in a long time, huh?
No,
Was
I
that mind-blowing
completely
to you?
forgot. Yeah, I was like, wait, Ginny? Not Ginny?
Yeah,
Surely
Ginny.
not Ginny. Yeah, it was her.
Yeah, it was her.
And yeah, it kind of came back to me after I had read it. But that first sentence, I was like, wait, what? That's why she was being weird.
Yeah.
But I was right. A couple episodes ago, last episode, when Ginny was talking to them at the tables in the Great Hall, and she's like rocking back and forth, and I made a joke about her looking like a trauma victim.
Yeah.
She fucking was.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why people do that.
She was dealing with some like PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. And I mean, that's nothing to joke about, but.
No, it's not funny, but she was, and I mean, now she's stuck down here passed out.
And nobody asked any sort of question about, hey, why are you acting so fucking weird?
No, nobody cared. She's the forgotten youngest child.
Don't like that.
Harry is still fucking confused. And Riddle has to keep explaining to him that Ginny's the one that opened the Chamber of Secrets, and all the other shit happened because of her. She killed the roosters. She petrified everybody. It's all her fault. She didn't know that she was doing it, but she was. He was kind of happy because her journal entries finally started getting exciting. Which, he's such a dick.
I liked how he said, do you think I enjoyed listening to the babblings of a 12-year-old girl? Or an 11-year-old girl? No fucking thank you.
My thing is, when was the last time you talked to anyone, Tom? Maybe you shouldn't be such a, choosy fucking beggar.
It's from 50 years ago.
Yeah.
What do you guys do for fun? Play stickball in the yard? No, what are you talking about?
He's been trapped in this book for all this time. I can't imagine he's had a whole lot of, conversation people.
Wait, what is Twitter? What?
This is before Twitter even, though.
That's something, I mean, that's true. This is in the 80s, right?
Yeah, Jenny wouldn't even know what Tweeter is.
No, Tweeter?
Yeah.
Portal?
Twatter.
Twatter.
Anyways.
That's my favorite. That's it. My vote.
eventually Ginny stopped trusting the diary, and she tried to get rid of it, and that's when Harry got it, and Riddle was all fucking happy about that.
Well, she was losing time, right?
Yeah, and thinking he was going crazy.
Yeah, this thing happened, and I don't remember where I was, and I thought I was doing this thing over here, and all of a sudden I realized I was on the opposite side of the castle doing some other shit.
And I'm wondering if, because I feel like the only reason that she would have thrown her diary away in the middle of all that is if Tom wasn't being convincing. Like, if she was writing, like, Tom, oh my god, I'm losing time, I'm so worried, and he was writing back, like, oh my god, I know, that was crazy last night.
Right?
And she was like, wait, you have something to do with this, right? I should probably get rid of you.
Ginny, what are you talking about, girl? You slammed a half a bottle of vodka, stole some dude's Long Island, and just marched out of the bar screaming and hollering, and we couldn't stop you. And then you woke up here. Duh.
Shouting about fuck the roosters, I don't know.
Right.
And that's when Harry asks Riddle why he would be so excited, and he says that it's because Ginny told him all about Harry and his history. So he showed him that capture of Hagrid to gain Harry's trust. And then Harry realizes that Riddle framed Hagrid, because it took him all this time to realize that Hagrid was framed.
We had that shit locked about a page and a half ago, though, Harry, but glad you could catch up.
Yeah. Welcome back. Hagrid is always in trouble, keeping werewolves under his bed and wrestling trolls. And this is where you figure out that Riddle took 5 years to find and open this chamber. And he says he's surprised that people thought that Hagrid could do it because Hagrid was so dumb. But then don't be so, proud of yourself for framing a dumb man?
Right. Well, it took you 5 years, and apparently it took him less time than that.
Yeah.
So...
It took Harry, 8 months.
He was like, burn! Wait, was that a burn? I don't even know. Whatever. I'm sorry.
Riddle explains that Dumby thought Hagrid was innocent, and he's the one that persuaded Dippet to let Hagrid train as a gamekeeper, which was so nice.
I mean, yeah, that's why Hagrid's at Hogwarts, and Hogwarts wouldn't be the same without Hagrid.
No. Dumby never really liked Riddle as much as the other teachers. He kept an eye on him after Hagrid was expelled, so Tom couldn't open the chamber back up, but he wasn't going to waste all the knowledge he found, because it took him, 5 years, as opposed to the hundreds of years that the teachers have had, again.
Were the teachers before then looking for it, or was it just still a legend at that point?
Before Riddle opened it, I think it was a legend. But after Riddle opened it, it shouldn't have been ever, a thing that they stopped looking for, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, that should have been priority number one.
And how long was the school closed after the little girl died? We're like, oh, we caught Hagrid, it's fine. He's going to live in a hut outside. It's going to be cool. Let's keep going about things.
I'm sure that little girl's parents would have just been thrilled. Be like, yeah, the murderer, the alleged murderer, he still works for us. Wasn't he a student? Well, he was, but now we're just going to, pay him money.
To live.
to live here.
Yeah. And
so not like prison at all.
And we're not going to, do any research into the Chamber of Secrets or any of that shit to try and figure this out. No. Have fun burying your daughter.
Super low note.
Yeah. So that's when Tom decided he was going to leave his diary so that his memory could help open the chamber again one day.
So he could essentially pop out of his diary. He needed somebody to write in it so he could use their heart, I guess. That's what he said Ginny was giving to him, basically her soul, so he could take a form, but he's kind of anchored to the book like a genie in a lamp.
You're right. I just want to throw out there that this 16-year-old was not pulling down any chicks. That's for sure.
Yeah, no.
You don't do this shit if you're swimming in the poon. That was probably very crass. I'm sorry for everyone.
Well,
for saying that.
It is what it is.
So Harry's like, oh, well, that's all wasted because nobody died this time.
Well, let's not count those dead roosters before they hatch, okay, buddy?
Yeah, right? Exactly. There's a girl laying there that's not really moving a whole lot. Tom says none of that really matters anymore. For a long time now, his target has been Harry. So he was pissed when Ginny opened the diary next. She stole it from Harry, worrying that Tom was going to spill her shit.
Well, you know something else that makes me worry if it's spilled?
What's that, Nate?
I mean, you know by now, right?
Yeah, I do. Yay!
I think it's time to take a break and have some beer. All right. Well, this week we are drinking Dark Star. I'm gonna add the bass. Dark Star. Barrel-aged Dark Star, real vanilla from Big Lake Brewing Company. Now, Aaron, who's been a guest on this show, brought a couple of beers over from them, and I believe one of the ones he brought over was cotton candy, and the other one was like a Michigan-themed maize and blue. Was it haze and blue? It's like a hazy, fruity IPA or something. This is another beer from them. We recognize the logo, but not the beer, and I like barrel-aged stuff. I've been dipping a toe in some more different bourbons lately that I have really been enjoying. So this is one that I picked up because I thought it was going to be good. But it's a barrel-aged breakfast stout made with coffee, cocoa, oats, and vanilla bean. All the essentials. And I think it's really, really good.
It's yummy!
And while I can't drink it for breakfast, I really wish that I could. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this. And we are back. And Tom lets Harry know just how much of a douchebag he really is. Because, as we've discussed before, like all bad guys, he has to bad guy monologue. And so he goes into it. He tells Harry that he knew he would have to try and solve the mystery, especially if one of his friends were taken. Right? So that's why he targeted Hermione when he got the chance, because Hermione's his friend. But he goes after Ginny, right? Because that's like friend's family, so he would have to. He's fucking involved.
Yeah.
He's attacking all the people around him, so Harry feels compelled to do something about it.
Right. And he knows Harry now because Ginny was just pouring her little heart out about him.
Right. All those intimate little details. Son of a bitch.
And he had her write her own, like, suicide note, basically.
Yeah,
on the
pretty
wall,
much.
And then go and wait in the chamber, but she was, like, crying the whole time. And I imagine it was super terrible.
Was she under direct control at this point? Is this one of those times where time was lost for her? Or was she fully aware of what she was doing?
I think he controlled her when she was out, like, writing it on the wall and getting her back into the chamber. But I think he sucked enough of her life to leave the pages finally. So he wasn't possessing her anymore. And I think that's when she was crying. I think he was standing next to her in his, like, weird ghost form. And she was trapped down there because she's not a parcel tongue. And she's just sobbing. I think she knew she wasn't going to leave at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you have to speak parcel tongue to get in and out of the chamber.
Yeah.
When Harry came to it, I mean, he had to talk to it to get it to open.
Right.
So one would assume you have to speak parcel tongue to get out, too.
Right. So even though he's not in control anymore, I mean, he is. Tom starts, like, quizzing Harry about how he defeated Voldy, and Harry's like, what the fuck, weirdo? Why do you care? This isn't even about that.
Which leads to the big reveal.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Harry, no, it is actually very much about that.
Yeah. We're going to play word scramble real quick here in the air. It's going to be super great.
Yeah.
Tom Marvolo Riddle actually spells out, I am Lord Voldemort. You know?
Yeah, anybody would have just picked up on that.
Yeah.
I know, okay, I remembered this. This is a detail I did remember, obviously. But no, the first time I read through this, I did not get Tom Marvolo Riddle as I am Lord Voldemort. Not even a little bit.
It's a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, but I also didn't catch the backward words on the mirror.
Oh, yeah.